Miranda Devine joins us. Always a favourite on this programme. Miranda, good morning to you. Great to have you with us. Obvious question.
Good morning, Stu.
Can President Biden rescue his presidency?
Well, I can't see, unless he gets a personality transplant, that will happen. And, you know...
You're brutal.
He was so... Well, look at him. I mean, he just continues to pile failure upon failure, self-inflicted crisis upon self-inflicted crisis. Instead of even pretending to do something about the problems, for instance, you know, the flood of illegal migrants at the southern border, he just ignores it. He ignores inflation, having sent out his minions to tell us that it doesn't exist, to tell us that store shelves are not empty. I mean, people can see with their own eyes what's actually happening. And he just looks foolish. He looks like a liar. He's been a liar all his life. And now the American people are seeing the true Joe Biden, and they don't like what they're seeing. And the 33% Quinnipiac poll is brutal. And also the fact that he's lost independents, he's lost Hispanics. I think he only has a 25% approval rating among Hispanics. Similarly, those numbers with men, only about 25% of men overall in America trust him and think he's doing a good job. Similarly with young people, 18 to 35. So he's really lost the room, and I don't know how he recovers from this. This has been a very poor showing for his first year. And I think it's because he somehow mistook the fact that the Democrats have a tiny majority in the House and particularly in the Senate, and that, you know, what he should have done was just continue on with Donald Trump's policies that were working. But instead, he decided to go radical to appease the Democrats' progressive base. And none of the prescriptions that he has for radically changing America are palatable to the majority of Americans.
Exactly. I just want you to listen to Senate Minority Leader McConnell firing back at President Biden's speech from Tuesday. Roll tape, please.
How profoundly unpresidential. I've known, liked, and personally respected Joe Biden for many years. I did not recognize the man at the podium.
That word, profoundly unpresidential, that's not going to help him in today's meeting, is it, Miranda?
No. And, I mean, Mitch McConnell nailed it with that speech. You don't often see Mitch McConnell fire all his cylinders at a colleague in the Senate, or former colleague in the Senate, and really a friend. Joe Biden has been to him for decades. But Mitch McConnell recognises what Joe Biden is doing to the country and sees how lethal it is to the future of America. So I think he's just being honest. The only thing I take issue with is that a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, Joe Biden, he used to be such a great guy, and now he's radically changed. That's not correct. He's always been the man he's been today. Sean King, who's a Democratic activist, wrote an amazing piece last year that sort of was ignored, just pointing out, he said 31 lies that Joe Biden has told just about his supposed involvement in the civil rights movement, which he never was involved in. In Joe Biden's own words, when he was caught out plagiarizing in 1987 and destroyed his presidential bid then, he said, look, I was a middle-class kid, I wore sports jackets, no, I wasn't involved in sit-ins and protests, you know, I was married, I just wasn't interested in that stuff. And now he's suddenly, you know, he's with Nelson Mandela and Robben Island, he's organising sit-ins. You know, that's just one aspect of the really talented Mr. Ripley, or, you know, whatever you want to call his delusional lying, pathological lying that he's done his entire life to create a narrative.
Miranda Devine, you are brutal, and that's a fact. But thanks very much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Pleasure, Stuart.
We'll see you again soon. Oh, all right, to the markets.